I do be forgetting sometimes. I do be. I ain't even plug in my headphones. Now I did. I got headphone noises. Boo, boo, boo. So we started up Signalis yesterday. We got through chapter 1 and 2, and there was a chapter 3. Oh my god, was there a chapter 3? How dare they? I am not a fan of when games do the fake out credits. When anything does the fake out credits. Mainly a game thing. Here's credits. No, not credits. It was silly in Nier Automata, and it was dumb here. It was really unnecessary. There really was no reason for it. I mean, I guess maybe narratively there might have been, but I'm not entirely sure. I'm not sure I have an idea of what's happening right now. It kind of hit like the reset button on some like weird surreal shit. I'm not entirely sure what that was about. It's a little confusing. It's a little confusing there. But it's a fun as hell game. That's what I can say. And we're in chapter 3, and I died. We went on a hunt, like a bunch of items and shit, and I was clearing stuff out, and then I just got my shit wrecked. Utterly wrecked. We got destroyed. That was not good, but this game's awesome so far. I've been having a genuinely awesome and fun time with this game. It's been pretty freaking good. Not to say that I'm surprised by any means about, you know, like the quality of this. I'm just having a really good time. I love survival horror stuff, and I love puzzles, and this has it in droves. The only like real big downside, and maybe it's a bit of a minor complaint, I don't really know, but the enemies are a little annoying, considering you have, unlike in like Resident Evil, you start out and you don't have a ton of ammo, but eventually you accrue, you know, a healthy amount, and you're able to like deal with most of your threats. In this, it feels very much the opposite. The only reason why I have any ammo right now is because I wasn't shooting anything. Like the first 2 chapters, like I maybe shot like 3 or 4 enemies. You're really limited in ammo. Very limited in ammo. And so my assumption is you're supposed to be running from enemies, not like firing off on everything. You have a handful of situations where you do have to fight. There was like the big daddy tanky monster that we had to fight, and then there was that weird caged monster that we had to fight. Those are the only 2 like mandatory fights. Everything else is optional. We have killed like a fair amount of things here and there, but I've mainly stayed away from it. I haven't really used any of the thermite to like kill enemies. I haven't really seen a reason to yet. They just kind of like reanimate. I don't think they come back as like something stronger. I think they just reanimate and come back. So you just have to put them down again, which is a pain, but it's not the end of the world. Yeah, I haven't really killed anything with that. I wonder how, I haven't used, maybe we should mess around with the flare gun and see how that works. I haven't shot a single thing with the flare gun. I'm kind of curious how that works. I wonder if it's like a shotgun type thing that like hits a bunch of things around, or if it just, you know, the Ferris just like burns through and like kills the one enemy and burns it. I don't know. I'm curious how that works. It also has like some grenade rounds on it too. We don't have a ton of grenade rounds. I've been kind of holding on to those. But yeah, so we're in like the 3rd chapter. We're kind of like going through the same facility we were before, but it's different now. I'm not entirely sure what all is happening, but there's a ton of enemies around. And like I ran through it. I actually don't remember what we did. Like I ran through it and I was just getting accosted left and right. And I wasted a ton of handgun ammo. So maybe it's not necessarily a bad thing that we're like starting this over here. Where were we? Here? File 1? Bedroom? Rot front. Nowhere. I don't know what nowhere is. And it's clearly further ahead. By like an hour. I wonder if nowhere is... I just kind of like ran here. Oh, there were like cassette tapes that we could use, right? I don't remember what we're looking for. There's a hole here. I don't know what we do with that. Yeah, we had done a ton of stuff only to end up failing, which is really unfortunate. I don't remember anything. Oh, right. We're looking for a birthday. Young said it was her daughter's birthday, like maybe in reverse, I think. But we don't know. Yeah, their name was Ito Young. Right, and I don't know. We need to find her... like information and stuff. Okay. What was here? Oh, and this is where we needed the... Right. The wheel. The valve wheel. Yeah, we had that too. Oh! Oh! Oh my god! Okay, my bad. They don't want to hang out. Okay, so that was all bad. Oh, go fuck yourself. Alright, what do we have here? Grenade rounds, okay. Oh my god! Oh! Oh, I'm stuck! There's nothing else in here? Oh, what a waste of time. Not fair. No space. Oh, and we need some paint thinner. What is that called? What did we used to call it? What did we use as a paint thinner? Man, that stuff smelled terrible. Wanted to say it started with an A. And I bought it in like a little canister. Apple juice? Yeah, totally. It was apple juice. What's up, Willie? How you doing, homie? Paint thinner? What is the name of that? Mineral spirits? I may have used mineral spirits. Pretty good. You just watched Barbarian. What'd you think? Yeah, what's in paint thinner? Acetone. Acetone. That's what we used, was acetone. Turpentine. Oh my god, it's turpentine! Is that water? Is it wine? Oh my god, it's turpentine! You had no idea what to expect. It was quite a ride. I know, it's wild as hell. The first half is like really thrilling and exciting, and then you're just like, what the fuck just happened? It's weird. It's weird. It's weird. It's not bad, it's just weird, you know? It's like, oh, I guess we're doing this now. Why? 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 Something was happening. What happened? What happened? Oh my god, why? Why are we here now? I don't want to be here. I like how it kind of like ties things together with an outside source. It's a interesting movie. I kind of wish, because of how creepy the first half of the movie is, kind of wish they maintain that. I mean, it's still creepy and intense, but I also feel like a little bit kind of got lost there. Lost the fear factor for you after the first act. But the way it all tied together was nice. Yeah. I don't think it was bad. I really liked it. Like I genuinely had a fun time with Barbarian. I was like, oh man. Like when they go into the basement and she finds that, you know, like hidden room, I'm like, oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. And then she finds another hidden room within the hidden room. And it's like, what the shit? What the shit is this? Oh my god. Oh my god. And then like you just see cages and shit in this like cave system, and you're like, oh my god, the possibilities are endless. What the fuck is this? Who would do something like this? And then they explain it, and you're like, that's kind of a letdown. That's not what I expected. It was a sex dungeon? I mean, that's not as fun. that's not as fun. There were like so many endless possibilities. I thought we were going into some like portal to hell, you know? And then it was just like, no, it's just incest. And you're like, oh. I mean, it's fucked up, but oh. Like I was expecting like demons and shit, and we're just like, no, incest. No, it's just incest. Okay. Oh. Okay. I liked it though. I had a fun time with it. I still had fun with it. There was still tenseness. You know, the daughter wife was frightening. You know? I liked it. I liked it. I had fun with it. I had fun with it. And I said this the other day, I'm not always the biggest fan of Justin Long. But over the years, I've slowly started, like, when I first saw him and stuff, I was like, I don't like this guy. I don't like him. But a lot more of his, like, later projects, I've been like, yeah, all right. Like, after watching Tusk, I was just like, I think I kind of like Justin Long. Like, I kind of like him. That was clever. They had Bill Skarsgård at the beginning being all creepy. See, I didn't think he was creepy at all. I thought he was just being awkward as hell because you're in a really weird and awkward situation. I thought like he did like probably the best job out of anybody in that. He thought he was creepy. Like, if anything, I was just like, nah, I don't think he's creepy. He's dude. He's just dude. He's literally just dude. Like, what do you do in that situation? And I love how they pointed out, like, the dichotomy. Like, if the roles were reversed, she would have never let him in the house, and I was like, damn right you wouldn't let him in the house. But a guy's totally gonna be like, yeah, come on in, totally. I mean, where else you gonna go? Like, I like that idea, but yet she still kind of like trundled on in and was just like, yeah, sure, all right, whatever. But I like the fact that she was like locking the doors and stuff like that. I was like, see, that's exactly what you do. That doesn't help with anything, but yeah, she was taking her precautions. Like, I liked the whole dynamic between them. I thought it was fun. Thought it was fun. They did a good job of developing both of those characters. I thought. I liked it. I genuinely liked Barbarian. I thought it was a lot of fun. It went in a direction I didn't expect, which is always good. But also, I mean, I didn't watch any trailers or anything like that. I just turned the movie on. I didn't know what to expect from when I turned the movie on. I didn't know what kind of movie it was going to be. I knew it was a horror movie, but I mean, that's a really broad thing to say. It's a horror movie. Yeah, it could be anything, though. And you know, while a movie's going, you're kind of like trying to paint a picture in your brain about like what kind of story it's trying to tell. Sometimes it's obvious from the outset what the story is it's trying to tell, but in this movie, if you don't know, you really don't know where it's going to go. You have no idea what it's building towards. And so like the possibilities were endless. And so when like the first act ended, I was just like, what the fuck? Well, that's not how you do this. What are we doing? You don't really get scared of monsters, so you were a little disappointed when they showed Mommy. Well, I mean, they kind of had to. I mean, that's where the movie was headed the entire time. That was their intention. So, while, yeah, maybe some of that tension and stuff gets lost, but it gets replaced with other things. Yeah, it draws you back in because now you're like, okay, what is this? Well, now we're gonna have to get a story of like what this thing is, where it came from, what is it, why is it here? And they fill all of that in. They fill everything in. And that's something that's nice, is that, you know, I've been complaining a lot in like these games and stuff where like there's so many large plot holes and patches that just aren't filled in with kind of like not so great storytelling, and you have so many questions when the first act ends, and then it starts to like fill everything in, and you go, oh, 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 oh. I like how they filled everything in. I like how they put all the puzzle pieces into place. Yeah. I mean, it all fits, it all works. Sure, maybe some of that like creepy tension goes away, but they replace it with something else. And I appreciate that. I don't think that they ever truly... They lost me for a second. They lost me for a second because I was like, who is this new character? Why the fuck do I care about them? I care about the two people you just introduced me to. And we just spent like 45 minutes with them. Why are we going to this new character? But then they draw you back into it. You know, and I love how they create Justin Long's character too in that. Like you go from maybe he's not a good guy to like, okay, and then to go like, nah, he's probably not so much of a good guy. Okay, maybe he's all right, and then you're like, nah, he's a shitty dude. I like that too. You were howling when he was measuring his square footage. Is I was the first reaction was like, because he found this like torture room, and his first reaction wasn't, oh my god, what the fuck is this? It's like, yeah, I need to get rid of this. I need money. I need to sell the house. Is this square footage that I can use? Yeah, I started laughing too. I was like, my first reaction would have been like, oh my fucking god, there's a camera and a bed and a bucket in here? Like, what the fuck is this? And his was like, how much area is this? He kicked a rape bed and a camcorder out of the way to measure a closet. Yeah. And then he found the second secret passage and immediately started measuring again. Oh yeah. Like the first half is extremely serious, hard setup, and then you have Justin Long come in, and I could see how people could see that being disruptive to like the overall theme of the movie. But like, it's kind of like this playful segue into back to the serious. It's just like a little bit of a reprieve. We just dealt with like a bunch of like horrible things happening, you know, very traumatic shit, and they're like, okay, how about a laugh? I didn't mind it. It is abrupt, and so I could see if people were kind of like, yeah, I didn't like that transition. I got you. I totally got you. I enjoyed it, but I can understand if people didn't. I liked it. It felt like, okay, you know, it's the eye of the storm. You know, it's a little bit of calm. You know, we got built. We felt the full force of the hurricane, and now we're kind of in the middle of it, and we're in the eye of the storm. And here's our little break. But oh my God, is shit about to hit the fan again? And it totally does. I enjoyed it. You know, I liked it. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I like Barbarian, and honestly, yeah, the less you know about that movie going into it, obviously, the better off you are, because it's a bit of a, I don't want to say mind fuck. It's not a mind fuck, but it's a ride. It's a fun ride. You really like the actress that played Tess? I liked her too. I liked all of them. I enjoyed all of them. At least of the main characters. You know, Bill Skarsgård did a good job. Justin Long did a good job. I don't know the actress who played Tess's name. I don't know her name. But yes, she also did a fantastic job. They all did really well. I mean, the really attractive woman that was trapped in the basement that only wanted a baby, I liked her too. What a bang up job. If that's not up for an Academy Award, I am going to be highly offended, because I have never seen someone play a role so believable ever in my entire life. She just cared. All she did was care. Her biggest flaw was that she cared too much. I mean, is that really a flaw? Caring? Is caring really a flaw? I would argue, no, it is not. Was playing Mario Party and this happened? I can't see that. What happened? What's up, Miracle Captors? Were you playing, That's what happened last time! Maybe we should just deal with those. Maybe those are ones I should just, like, fucking wreck. You won by 1 coin? Hell yeah, dude! Congrats on winning by 1 coin. That's what I'm talking about. That's how you should win. Let's get the shotgun out, and let's fuck them nerds up. Let's mess them nerds up. We just got shotgun ammo. That's a rifle. That's not a shotgun. I want shotgun. Yeah, let's go mess them up real good. Well, way to win by 1 coin. Winning is winning. Are you playing? Which Mario Party are you playing? Are you playing like the Nintendo 64 Mario Parties? Or are you playing like the newest one? Oh, we need to equip the shotgun. Doi. Doi. Godoy. Okay. And maybe we'll burn them all. Nintendo 64, nice. Nice, nice, nice. I hope you had fun. Let's burn them. I've never used any of the thermite before. Let's burn them. For funsies. Thermite. Yeah, give it to me. How do I use the thermite on these poops so that they don't come back? Do we equip it? Okay. And what? That's it? I just burned all 3 of them? Suck it. Okay. We did it. We're amazing. We video gamed the hardest, and we were rewarded for video gaming the hardest. I'm kind of tempted to bring the shotgun downstairs with me rather than the handgun. We should heal. Plenty of healing. Alright. But I only have 5 rounds for the shotgun. I'd have to bring other shotgun ammunition. I don't want to... We can't leave the flashlight. We have to bring the flashlight. Fuck it, we're just running through like the cowards we are. If I gotta come back and like kill shit, then we'll come back and kill shit. Let's just reload the shotgun real quick. Flare grenade there. Shotgun. Alright. Let's throw it back in. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. Everything will be fine. Oh, we should re-equip. I do have the flashlight. Let's put on our gun. Alright. We're so dead. Alright, the only way we can go. I recall a bunch of this being a big old pain in the ass. Right, this room sucks, but... Alright, we couldn't figure out what to do in here. I actually think that... No, there's just 2 enemies in here. There's this thing on the net here that I'm pretty sure I need to grab. Not sure how we're gonna go about doing that. Fucking cheater. Okay. The thing's too weak to support my weight, so we need something that we can do that will allow me to reach over there. That's healing. I don't want that right now. At least I don't think I want it right now. I mean, I could technically use it, I guess. Okay, you got the wheel. That was important. Don't think that there was anything in here other than information. The girl without a doubt, teacher's evaluation, Arian Young. The girl without a doubt's remarkably odd, certainly due to her being raised solely by her mother, rather than by a community of good people overseen by a block warden, as is normal these days. Her obsession with paintings, music, and other such nonsense was clearly implanted during her time living in the mountains on that desolate radio outpost, and surely her friendship with those Venetian born Ito sisters also exposed her to some questionable literature that is illegally sold in their parents' bookstore. She does not seem to understand that these distractions are no longer acceptable now, that she must partake in the society of our nation like anyone else. Personally, I can only hope military service will beat those frivolous ideas out of her in a way that school has failed to do so far. Lovely. Alright, so there's a box here. Alright. Of a mockingbird? What was that? Hold on. A speaker magpie. Pecker speaker magpie. Same thing. Alright, how much ammo? Inventory? We have 2 inventory spots. The photo tank, we can't quite do anything with right now. But the hand wheel we do need. Alright, where are we? We're going to loop back around into this hallway here. I don't know about the dark apartment. We can't do anything in the atrium quite yet, it appears. We have to play something for that. Auto injector, sure, we'll grab that. I've never used one of those. All right. I can pick that up. What's up, Jeff Bezos' illegitimate son? Welcome on in, homie. Happy, okay, not good. Happy today. Happy today. Monfest celebrations canceled over safety concern. The seasonal Monfest celebration, a young but well-established tradition, most route-front sectors, will not be allowed to take place until further notice, the Protector Public Office has announced today. There's a credible threat to public safety that is currently under Protector investigation. Citizens are only to leave home for work and report all suspicious activities to their block warden. When pressed about the rumors of an Imperial spy living in Sector C, the Protector Public Office only repeated their appeal to citizens to report all suspicious activities to the Protector. Gonna start wishing people happy today. Happy today! It's a great way to do it. Happy today is a great way to do it. Because it is a happy today, right? Happy today. It's especially helpful when you're like me and you don't remember what day it is. You know? When your brain is like completely fried like mine, it's 100% a helpful way to do stuff. 100%. Legitimate, too. Legitimate. You can't be delegitimized through wishing someone a happy today. Alright, where's some handgun ammo? We need that. I'll need 20, but we'll take it. Let's go grab the item over here. And then we'll go use our shit. I think I didn't burn one of them. That's not good. We're gonna be in and out of there a bunch. That's why I killed all the enemies and burned one of them, because I was like, hey, this is probably a good idea. And it looks like you can tell because there's like something glitchy happening down here. Which means I think I used thermite on like the same body twice, so that sucks. Alright, so we're dumping off you. Let's go. Let's go do the thing that is the thing. I think maybe just dodging one in this hallway probably isn't the end of the world. I believe it's right here. Perfect. Hand wheel. There we go. It's a hand wheel. Hand wheel is my favorite form of hand wheel. Alright, we can go through there and there. What are we thinking? How about up? Up seems like a great way to go. It was a good way to go. Blue diskette, sure. I haven't used too much of the revolver. Yikes, what the hell's happening in this room, huh? Okay, there's a door there, and it looks like that's health. Acetone? Nice. Alright, I don't think I have any more inventory space. No. We can at least see what's in here, though. I guess we're gonna have to come back in there. Okay. Cool. The acetone will allow us to get whatever's on that that painting. So let's go do that. How badly am I hurt? I think I'm limping. Whatever. We're fine. We're moving. We're moving. We're moving. Alright. Use the acetone. See, that's what we were looking for, not paint thinner. I guess it's technically paint thinner. We used acetone in school, or at least I used acetone. Sometimes I use mineral spirits, but mainly used acetone. And stuff is gross, so if you're like, what'd you use acetone for? When I took painting class, we mainly painted in oil painting, in oil paints. And, when you needed to, like, clean, like, a brush or something like that, because you really wouldn't, like, if you made a mistake on your painting, you're just, you know, painting over something. But the acetone was good for removing, like, the unwanted paint from your paintbrush. So, okay, you're using, you know, whatever paintbrush you would, you know, like, dip it in the acetone, but eventually the acetone that you were using, you know, it gets all mucky and dirty. I would use the acetone for, like, I had a jar, right? You just pour in, and you just seal up the jar. I use the acetone for basically the entire semester, but then it's like, well, what do you do with the acetone once you're done with it, right? So they had this bucket. There was like this steel barrel that like all the like used acetone was like dumped into. I don't know what they did with it after it. I'm assuming they took it to some chemical disposal site or something like that. I don't know. But like there's this giant bucket of acetone. It was gross. It was gross. It was gross. It was just like murky water. It was not. Oh man, you open that thing up and it had one of those like ratchet cranks, so to like open it up. So it was like a clamp, and you would like crank it to like tighten it down so it had like a tight seal. But when you needed to open it up, it, you know, like it opened up and there was like this like wire thing that, you know, like went around the entire top of the barrel. It was a cool little contraption. Pick up lovers. I love lovers. Why do I love lovers? A tarot card depicting the 6th major arcanum, lovers. 6 lovers. Why do I want this? Why do I want a... Why do I want that? I have it, but why do I want it? Okay, well, we have a diskette now. And this computer takes diskettes. So I guess we can use it. A blue magneto-optical data storage diskette for use in office computers. It makes sense. We use those still today in the future. Used blue diskette, yes. Oh, what kind of pornography is on here? Antenna. What? Rot C West 210. Oh, something happened there. Did it? Was that just me? I don't know. What? I don't fucking know. Oh, too far. 43. It's gotta be 43, right? Transmit. Antenna. Magpie. Antenna not powered. 2, 1, 0. Oh, 43. Oh. Yeah, okay, maybe we don't want them, like, crossing, right? 30. Or maybe we do. Maybe we do. What is this document? Maybe this explains what I'm doing. Read me. Due to the power rationing, only a limited number of antennas in the grid are powered at a time. To determine which antennas are currently powered, use the antennae program to triangulate the correct antenna. Take note of the antenna where the test signal can be heard on both dishes in the transmit program. Enter the antenna number, select the correct sound file to broadcast. Okay, so maybe we have to, like, fuck around here. It said 210, right? We want Magpie. I mean, maybe I did it right. We should turn that off, though. I don't know if that's right or not. Let's go save, and then we'll go and we'll go to the room with the magpie on it and see if we can actually open up that box. What the shit? Ew, that wasn't there before. Uncool, bro. Uncool. Maybe we're gonna get the 512 key in the magpie box. Okay. So we're here now, in the happy room of happiness, right? Where we can use lovers. Well, I figured it out. No space for store key. Did I really not empty out my inventory? That was close. That enemy almost spotted me there. Okay. Man, I can't believe we went all the way there for literally nothing to happen. Because I'm an idiot. And I was like, I should pick up everything I can put my dirty, filthy hands on. And then I did. Rifle ammo, revolver ammo, lovers, and repair spray. Sometimes it makes you wonder how smart of a gamer I actually am, and the answer to that is not very. Not very. Not very at all. That made me very sad there. What it did, what it always does, is depress me. In the most delightful way. Oh, we don't know what that room is. We still need... There's still an item in the room south of us that I need to try to get into. At some point, I need to bait those guys out, because there's an item in the top left that I want to grab as well, I think. And that room just goes bad instantly. Holy crap. Okay. Store key. We got it. Star? You know it. I don't know what star is going to do for me. Let's take a peeky poo. Yong Photo Store. I don't know where that is. A tarot card depicting the 17th major arcanum, star. What is that? 17. Roman numerals 17. I don't know too much about astrology other than it's all phooey. Right? Where are the enemies? Okay, that was a dumb question. It was a dumb question. Really dumb question. Hey, where are the enemies? Well, I don't know what that key is then. I thought the key would open that. I'm gonna go drop the tarot card off. I don't know what we do with that. I don't know. A metal key labeled Yong Photo Store. Is there anywhere here on this floor? Maybe one of those doors? There's the keypad, but we can't access the keypad. That opens from the other side, I think. Photo store. I think maybe the tarot cards go in here. I think maybe we jam them in there. We've got like a cycle going on here, it looks like. I'm actually not sure, but there's something going on with these. The dial ring is missing. I like how that one goes in the opposite direction. I don't know what we're supposed to make of this. Okay. That is still a mystery to us. I guess in here. And then I get accosted by everything. Maybe this is another room you should kill everything in. From the other side? I don't think I found any... Well, that was completely pointless. Did I ever go back in the room up here? Ever come back over here? Look to see what was up here. Maybe there's something over here that I missed out on. Drop down. Ah, there is. Okay. That looks like a meat grinder. That probably isn't a great idea. The meat grinder seems to be broken. It looks safe to drop down to the floor below. Okay. I'm pretty sure I'm not me. How many inventory spots do I have? Like 1. Yeah, this wasn't good. This was pretty bad. Probably shouldn't have dropped down here. That's health. That's health. My god, is that teeth? Pick up tower? No. That is very gross. Millions starve as Imperial blockade continues. Due to the ongoing transit of Kitez, ration shipments to Veneta have been disrupted by Imperial forces again. Millions of Yusan citizens must starve for yet another month as Imperial missile frigates in Kitez orbit critically damage one of our humanitarian convoys on their way to Veneta, sending diplomatic efforts with the Empire into another crisis. The orbit of Kitez will continue to block free travel between Veneta, Rotfront, and Heimat for another 8 seasons, which leaves our liberation troops on Veneta stranded on the desolate ocean world with minimal support. Convoys will continue to be sent, despite the Imperial blockade. Only through perseverance can we rebuild what remains of Veneta. You got it. 8mm. Oh, I forgot we had that gun. We have a new gun. That's pretty exciting. Yeah, that's a lot of stuff to give me. Is there going to be like a boss fight or something in here? Well, not a boss, but dead. Not a boss, but definitely dead. Maybe we'll bring our shotgun? Shotgun's always a fun weapon to use, and we can drop off some things here. I guess I don't need the store key for now. Leave the flare. I'll take that out. And we'll... see what kind of damage we could do with the shotgun down there. Yeah, that went terrible. That went genuinely terrible, didn't it? I just got died real hard. I died hard. Yes. I know what I did there. I know what I did there. Alright, we definitely need to take out the enemies down there and then deal with the, deal with the turds. Wait, that's a lot of healing. Maybe we should have brought the other gun. Maybe I should have brought that one. Okay, so we're ready for enemies. Oh god, no I'm not. Okay, what did that say? Like 159? Alright, where are we going now? Oh, that's a good one. Great. Well, maybe that's why we got all this healing. There we go. If you're like, wow, that was loud and annoying, you're right. Was loud and annoying. Okay, no door there. Definitely a door there. What key, though? Please don't tell me it's a key that I needed from upstairs. Okay. So it's a save room. That's fine. Let's collect everything we can down here then. That's good. I'll take that. I'll take that. Anything else here? Teeth? Pulsing mass of goo? No? We don't want the pulsing mass? Dang. I wanted the pulsing mass. You can't do anything else with it. Doesn't need to highlight anymore. I'm not allowed to have it. It's gross. I mean, if I could pick it up, I would totally pick it up, and then I would do fun things with it. Like, it's like gack, right? You know, you could throw it at the wall. You can, probably throw it at the wall. Maybe throw it at the wall. I'm just spitballing here, you know? Lots of cool things you can do with it. Ah, no space. Okay. There we go. We picked up a ton of stuff. I'm gonna use a heal, since we're pretty badly injured. Let's throw all that stuff in here. Handgun ammo. 8mm. We should probably inspect it, right? Wugga wugga wugga! What's up, Smoke? How you doing, homie? That's a tower, alright. Well, we're certainly doing something with those. How is life treating you on this very fine day? Pick up patient key. Okay, I'm patient with no one. Alright, that's a room I can go in. You finally beat Yakuza 7? Nice, dude. How long did it take you? And it was the tits. That's good to hear. That's good to hear. It gets the chef's mouth. The chef's mouth. The old chef mouth. Let's drop that off before we save here. Store. Oh, 512. That's back upstairs. There's still stuff we can explore down here, though. Over 100 hours? Dude, that's a long time. You still gotta beat the 2 secret dungeons for the platinum trophy, though? Oh, for reals? Does that game have difficulty settings? Or is it just, like, one difficulty? I'm probably gonna get wrecked over here, but... National Post packet box? Packet Belg Eisenbolg? Einlesen? One difficulty in the first playthrough. Oh, okay. Well, I like that. I like that. I like it when a game doesn't make me choose, do I want to get my shit pushed in on my first playthrough? Because usually the answer is yes, and then, you know me, I always end up, like, regretting getting my shit pushed in. Okay, so now we're back up here. I can dig it. Which also means I can go to room 512. You read a guide, and it looks like you gotta grind to max level for the last 2 dungeons? Aww. I mean, I guess if you're having fun, a grind isn't too bad, but yeah, that's always a little disappointing. You know, it's man, I beat the game, I want to go into the final 2 dungeons. Oh, you can't, because you're not max level. Maybe you don't have to. I mean, dip your toe in first and see what you have to do. Maybe you don't need to. You know, guides are helpful and stuff, but they're not the end-all be-all. Oh, you can't let them tell you what to do. You're the gamer. You're the handsome, amazing gamer. The beautiful gamer. Oh, this is where they go. Okay. And it's gonna tell me the different phases. I got you. So we need more tarot cards. Dream Diary. 6th night. I dreamt I was an imperial farmer. I embraced my lover. In the red deserts of Catez, when a storm consumed us, the sand grinding us down until nothing remained. 13th night. I was a worker in the mines of Lang, when I was consumed by a shapeless mass of flesh. My flesh, joining with the flesh of many others, until only my bones remained. My mind joined the collective of flesh, which persists beyond death. 16th night. As a storm raged in the sky, I fell from a ruined skyscraper on Veneta, but I never reached the ocean below. I kept falling, and suddenly lightning struck the building, and I woke up. 18th night. I was floating in the sunless sea before the ice of Rotfront, when I saw a large creature move in the darkness below me. The moon's dark core. The 19th night. I saw a burning eye in the sky above the clouds of Bayan. I was walking through the floating imperial palace, when the gaze of the sun-like iris burned my body to ashes. So that's going to tell us that the nights are going to correlate with which tarot cards we place where. Let's see here. Your speech was great, Kate. I think Kate is Anastasia's roommate. I think it's her roommate. Okay, so this is a big no from me dog right now. I mean, cool. We took care of that, but we don't need to do anything in there. So we still need... What, do we have 3 tarot cards? I think we have 3. Let's go take a look. 1, 2, 3. We have 3. I can't use the Yong Photos store yet. And that's probably going to get us the developing liquid that we need, fluid, for the photo tank. So I don't think we're there yet. Alright, so let's just go back down. We'll go save, and then we'll go to one of those places on the right. You're gonna take a week break, though? Oh. You shouldn't do that. You should just power on through. Be a trooper. Smoke's not a trooper. Smoke's not a trooper. No, I get it. Just remember to go back. Sometimes it's hard to go back to games. What do you plan on playing after Yakuza 7? That was a lot of, like, blathering by me there. You're welcome. Oh, right. We can't do anything in there. We need, like, some sort of, like, QR code or something like that. Alright, very nice. Very, very nice. Alright, this wasn't a door. No, but it's up here. Okay. You think you're gonna do Yakuza 2? Nice! I think at some point, probably next year, we're gonna start up another one of the Yakuza games. Maybe 0 or 2. Kiwami. I've played through the original Yakuza 2, and I really enjoyed that one as well. But I've never played Kiwami, so that one is probably. I don't know if I'm gonna do 0 or 2 next. We'll power through 0. You guys can help me out with Majima's dating bar. It'll be one of the few times I ask chat to help me out with stuff, and you guys can, use your gaming knowledge to help me get through that, because I hated that. I hated that so much. But I loved Yakuza 0. It's such a fun game. I really liked it. And I was having fun with the story, but oh my god. Yeah, you got to keep the customers happy, and I hated it. I hated it. Well, it wasn't so much keeping the customers happy. It was training the ladies that I disliked. I didn't enjoy doing that. Okay. That's not good. $227. Like, the mini game of, like, sending people where, that's like a speed game. You guys can't really help with that so much. Like, that's like, choose the lady quickly, or bad thing happens. Strib! Okay, well, there's without a doubt an enemy in here. Vider Veringung. Jeden Prize. Reunification. Reunification at any cost. Orbital Defense Cannon Battery Veneta 12. Bayan and Katez in our crosshairs. Artillery divisions of the People's Army. Oh god. Oh god. Okay. Oh, there was another path. Okay. Well, that's gonna lead me all the way over there. I guess I... What? No! I'm just popping off at everything. Pop, pop, pop. You remember that you just gotta finish that section and you never really have to play that anymore unless you want to, but then you get all the money. I want money. Bioresonance technology and its limitations. I thought to beat like that whole section you had to do the same thing as Kiryu, where you needed to like do all the renting stuff, and I thought you needed to do all the nightclub stuff with Majima. No other technology has shaped our nation as bioresonance has. Would we ever have been able to free ourselves from the stranglehold of the Empire without the support of replicas? Essential technologies like climoforming and induced gravity would be impossible without bioresonance technology. Despite that, it feels like we've made all effort to really understand or replicate bioresonant effects with conventional technology. Our progress in the development of electronics and microprocessors has stagnated for nearly a century now as we focus solely on new ways to instrumentalize this barely understood phenomenon. Take replica production, for example. The process of duplicating a neural pattern from a Gestalt host to a replica brain is still not fully understood. How does synchronicity happen? Why is the duplicate imperfect? What happens to pre-existing patterns in the receiving brain? So Gestalt are humans, and then the replicas are some sort of cyborg entity where they have taken the original brain and put it into another body. And each one is like a different kind of fucked up in some way. Like, certain brain patterns create certain... They're using the same brains to create certain replicas, whether it's the Elster or Mina or whatever the other ones are called. The Calibri. There's like a certain brain that creates them, and one of them they're scanning the brains of others since they lost the original host brain, I guess, somehow. So they're creating a fake brain that's taking all the data from a real brain and putting it in another body to create a life form. Recreating a replica purely with microprocessors and digital programming may be far out of reach, but I believe that we've become overly dependent on a poorly understood technology controlled solely by a few gifted individuals. It may not be long before we're back where we were under the Empire. Oh, pretty butterfly! Peridolia? I'm gonna take a pic. I'm gonna snap a picture. So in the game, they actually give you a way to like take pictures. You have an eye that can save up to 6 images on it, apparently. But that seems dumb to me. Why not just use your own camera? Why not just use your own cami? I don't know what we're gonna do with that, but I feel like it's somewhat important. Lister? Tittern? Tion? I brute force the shit out of it. That was definitely unintended. Pick up Moon? Sure. Oh, you know what I bet these are? These are chrysalis for butterfly. I think these are all chrysalis. I don't know how we were supposed to solve that. Maybe each one of these lines up with something? I don't see anything specific that says, like, this is what we use here to get through this. I love the fact that I brute forced that. Oh, you know what? Yeah, we'll take the shotgun ammo. Hell yeah. 2 healing patches? Okay. There's... Alright, we need that. Yeah, I guess so. There's some sort of android zombie. Alright, we can't get through the other side. Completely blocked off, but there's I guess it's gonna dump me down. Here, we got the diskette. How many inventory slots do I have? I have 1. Could technically use the repair spray. And then we could pick up these 2 things. Hey, I'm trash. Oh, okay. Garbage chute. Well, they're cyborgs. They're not androids. They're cyborgs. They're part human. Apparently they have like organs and stuff inside of them. Okay, and now we have the red diskette, a reg magneto-optical data storage diskette for use in office computers. The label says Patience Archive. Okay, use it. Here we go. What do we got here? Medibank. Okay. I think we need Isol. I think that's what we're looking for. Ang Gabrielle. Date of birth, rot front. I can't read that. Rot front, retired, asthma. I think one of the E-toy is what we're looking for. They got solitaire? Unfortunately, they don't. Spider solitaire, though, is forgetful about her medication. Aw. Chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, multiple sclerosis, insomnia. Jesus Christ. Retired. Irritative bronchial asthma. Did not react well to antibiotics. Ito Erica, Veneta University student, medical history, sprained ankle, grade 1, doctor's notes, very active in sporting activities. He sold, who I believe is the one we were looking for, is Isa? I don't remember. Alright, so they're born on the same day. 1452. 1452. Minor fracture, left shin, double fracture, right arm, major laceration, forehead, doctor's notes, regularly treated for small lesions, very prone to accidents. Ulrike Ko, bronchial asthma. Her stuff is removed. Saskia Lee, bronchial infection, doctor's notes unknown. Rebecca Liang, sinus infection, gross. Sector, well, a lot of this stuff is in German. Antidepressant ration was doubled. Nikolai Nguyen, thoracic back pain. That sucks. Claims to be unable to take part in communal morning exercises. Ariane Yong. Medical history. Insomnia. Bruising. Premature. Acromotrichia. I think that's graying hair. I think that's graying hair. Siegfried. Ziggy. Irritated bronchial asthma. Contact dermatitis. Ew. Repeated contact to chemical irritants during work. Sector is from Mortal Kombat. Sectum. Was Sector... I like Cyrax. Cyrax was my jam because I liked hitting people with the net, and his combos and shit were always so fucking awesome. I like Cyrax. Sector was the red one, right? All right, this one was 1452, right? Yeah, 1452. And I think that we were supposed to do it backwards. Oh, they said the last 6 digits. Here, let's read that document again. Oh, I can download it? Okay. Latau. Yes, with rockets in his chest. Right, right. Yeah, he was cool. What's up, Teak? How you doing, homie? How was Star Wars tonight? Okay, that wasn't it. Maybe it was one of these? My niece currently has the only other key, but she's still at the hospital. This is it. I understand you need entry to the bookstore for your patrol, but we don't have a spare key for the front door. However, you can use the back entrance to get into the store. It's secured with a keypad. The code is the birthday of my daughters. So it's Ito, Bucher. They were born on Veneta. Check the last 6 digits of their PKZ numbers. The code is the birthday of my daughters. You always played Sector and Smoke and Reptile. I liked Reptile. I enjoyed like some of the OG characters mainly. Scorpion. I didn't mind Sub-Zero. I kind of liked using Kano. Kano was a lot of fun. Baraka. That mutant freak, man. I loved Baraka. Baraka was great. Went well. Took a trip to Hoth. Made a friend. Ada goes. What are you, Lake? Cool. Hoth is fun. Hoth is fun. What are the... Did you like stab any what are they called? Wampas? Wampas? And did you like live inside one for a while? The code is the birthday of my daughters. Check the last 6 digits of their... So it is Ito. So... And then there's the PKZ, which is 560524, it looks like. But this says 1452. Date of birth. So I don't know if it's going to be 6 numbers or 4. You stabbed a bunch of them? Not because I was cold, just because it's fun. As you should. Well, we've got the information, so when we go over there, we can just, you know, go for some sweet insertion action. Alright, well, we brute forced one of those lockers, because that's how I roll. Okay. Let's save up. Are you still in, like, the main base game still? How many more planets do you think you have in the main base game? And that's all you said you were playing. I think I ask this every time and I forget. That's all you're playing, right? You're not doing any of the expansions? All right. It doesn't really say. So let's go with 1452. 1452. It was 560524. Five 560-524. 560-524. That's not a birthday. They said the code is my daughter's birthday, but that wasn't a birthday. Idiots. Song of the Gods. Kinda thought you were finishing up tonight, but it looks like you've got a bit left, so you're not sure you hit level 50. Sweet. Which you thought was the original level cap for the base game. Well, I'm sure since they have, they've added all the expansions, the level cap obviously has gone up, and maybe originally it was, but I mean, I doubt that they're gonna... You're in the free-to-play portion of the game, right? I doubt that they're gonna hit you with a level cap. Maybe there's like soft level caps if you don't purchase the expansions, but I would assume that they're not gonna limit you, because that'd be kind of fucked up, right? If you wanted to move into the main game or the rest of the game, and they were like, well, all the experience that you get now you can't use, right? That'd be kind of fucked up. So I don't know. I don't know how MMOs handle that stuff. Clearly. Song of the Gods. Banned. Possession and distribution of this publication is prohibited and punishable by the 4th Cultural Protection Act. There exists a connection between all of us that few are fully aware of. A song that we all dance to, but few can hear. This deep vibration of the cosmos cannot just be heard and felt. We all resonate in harmony with it, shaping it, deforming it around us. Those select few who can consciously perceive it often fear it. Too oppressive is the sound of the stars, too invasive the noise of the unaware around them, polluting the song with their fickle emotions. But every once in a while, some are born that can not only hear and play this music of the worlds, but who can conduct it. Gifted individuals capable of manipulating the essence of the world around them. Many believe that the Grand Empress is such a being. Her immense will bent humanity into the empire of Yusin and lifted us to the stars. It was her power that imbued life into the first of the machine servants that now carry the weight of the empire on their carbon steel backs. You suppose you've been well above the level curve this entire time? Hoth, you think, was a level 41 planet, so you'd guess there's only 1 or 2 planets left? Nice. Nice. Interesting, there was only 1 book in here. How many of the planets so far have been, like, typical planets of, like, the Star Wars universe? You've been to Tatooine, right? You've been to... Hoth now. What are the other ones that you've been to? Looks like you just entered Chapter 3, so you've got 3 planets left. Belsavis, don't know that one. Voss, not sure I know that one. Corellia, I know. That's Star Fox. Corellia Fox? That's where Andros is from. I couldn't find her. I've looked everywhere. She's not here anymore. I can't go on. I'm sorry. So she was looking for her sister, Erica, I believe. Forgive me. Of the more notable planets, you've been to Korriban. Alright, that's where, Darth Maul is from, right? Nar Shaddaa. I remember that one. Tatooine, Alderaan, Terrace. Terrace sounds familiar as well. Isolde. A photograph of Issa wearing a school uniform. The picture's badly damaged. Erica. Well, they're one of two things. Either they're identical twins or fraternal twins. But either way, they were born on the same day. So, I mean, you would assume that she's gonna look like her, right? Pick up death? Yes, please. I love death. Wait, I hate death. Oh no, death's actually a really good card. It means renewal. Every horror movie ever with tarot cards. Oh no, death's actually a really good card. It means renewal. Oh my god, death! Alright, hold on. Yeah, that's gonna put us into the hallway. I've been into the alleyway? And I didn't open the door? Oh man, I'm an idiot. Maybe I did unlock it. Oh god, I hate it. I'm not going in there. Are you high? Well, that's cool. It seems like they're hitting all the big planets up. There's got to be like new content and stuff, right? That's like specific to the Old Republic. All right, well, that is not the way I thought that was going to play out. 13th. Okay. How many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're missing 1. I don't know where the Yong photo store is. Not sure if there are any original planets, actually, but you've never played KOTOR 1 and 2, so you don't know what was introduced there. You didn't watch me play all of Knights of the Old Republic 1 and 2? You didn't watch every second of that? How dare you? I honestly am offended, Teak. I'm honestly offended. I believe most of the planets in KOTOR were like your standard planets. You go to Korriban, you go to Nar Shaddaa, you go to Tatooine. Nar Shaddaa is the water. No, Nar Shaddaa is the... What's the water planet? I forget what that one's called. I was in KOTOR 1. Where all the juice comes from. Mon Calmar? No. That wasn't it. Yeah, Nar Shaddaa is like the mercenary planet or whatever. I remember that. There was also like a Jedi planet. I don't remember which that one was called. It sounded like another planet in there were 2 that had like similar names. I don't remember. My brain is done. Yeah, it's Space Vegas. Oh, yeah, it wasn't like that in KOTOR. I guess we just mainly hung out. Well, there were the docks that you hang out in, and then you go into like this like slum district. Oh, no, there was like a sort of gambling thing, sort of. They don't dip too hard into that. They don't dip too hard into that. It's run by like the seedy underbelly. Is like the idea that I got from there. Lots of bars. Okay. We need... I don't know where we're going then. Oh, did I get an item? There's still the thing on the net in the basement that we were never able to grab. No, we don't have an item that can get me over there. To be honest, All that Star Wars shit just started to blend together in my sad brain. Okay, I guess we're gonna go back down. I could do the meat grinder thing again. I guess that's not really... There's that door. That just says a key is required. It doesn't say what key. I haven't tried the other key. Maybe we could try the key that we picked up. The scanner. We don't have anything to scan. I think I took care of the butterfly thing. Yeah, there's something in the atrium. We opened up the magpie box. I haven't done anything with the tarot table, which we can't. Maybe there's something still in the dark apartment. And we didn't check out that door for whatever reason. All right, I mean, we got to go back down anyway, so let's go. What's been your favorite planet so far, Teak? What have you had the most fun messing around on? I'm sure they're all kind of samey. You're running around just like fighting enemies and stuff. Who's the other guy? See, this one, it's locked. It requires a key, but it doesn't tell you what key. Excuse me. That's very weird. Oh, God. It's all pretty much the same. Get to the planet, talk to person in charge, kill 10 space bears, move on. Yeah. But anything you felt like it did it like exceptionally well and at least like stood out in some way, like just a personal favorite, like, oh man, I just love going to Hoth, Tatooine, Nar Shaddaa, you know, whatever you got. Oh, I don't think we ever went down this way. The Red Eye. There exists a strange folklorish idea in many sectors of Rotfront related to pareidolia, the tendency to see meaningful images in random patterns, like seeing a face in an ink blot or letters in a smudge of dirt. It is well known that the so-called Red Eye is simply an anticyclonic storm produced by a high-pressure region in the atmosphere of Rotfront's planet. Interesting. Yet, for some of the early settlers of Rotfront, this natural phenomenon became symbolic of their struggle and way of life. The red spot in the sky became a perfect metaphor for the ever-present surveillance by the protectors and the tight grip of the central government on Heimat. Even today, the idea of an unblinking, watchful eye observing their every move still resonates strongly with the people here. Do you think that they took that from it's Saturn that has the big storm, right? And the big red eye on it? That's Saturn. Nar Shaddaa is usually fun. So is questing on Coruscant on the Republic side. Oh, Coruscant, nice. Jupiter. It was Jupiter. Yeah. I bet you that's where they took that idea from. During the celebration of Monfest at the end of each season, adult citizens will sometimes give students ration marks that have been dipped in red paint. Officially, the red paint is said to represent the blood of those who died in the revolution. But the red coins share an eerie resemblance to that red eye. Or is this just pareidolia too? Should you ever receive one of those red eye ration marks, remember to clean off the paint with acetone or a similar paint thinner. Spending or regifting paint-covered coins is considered to bring bad luck. Oh god. Is it just a dead end? Well, that sucks. Someday I'm gonna make a work of fiction that makes use of the idea of the Great Red Eye of Jupiter is an elaborate space prison for something truly horrific. Yeah, like, Trump supporters. You piece of shit. I can't go back in the room. Fascinating. I accidentally solved the puzzle in the butterfly room by brute forcing it. I guess we're done. I guess this whole trip was completely useless. Fuck. Well, I'm kind of confused as to what we need to do next then. There must be something that I missed below us. What's our health like? We're okay. It must be in that apartment. Because that whole sector is completely taken care of now. So I'm not entirely sure what all I can do. We're just gonna, like, face tank a bunch of stuff and, like, look around, I guess. Oh, I should bring the key with me. This. There might be something up there that we need to use that. Oh, I never used that downstairs. I guess we could try that first. Since it's just right over here. If I die, I die. It's not really gonna... Uh-oh, uh-oh. Woo! I thought the honker right there was gonna mess me up good. It was this room. Damn, it's messed up. But, okay. That's my fault for being an idiot. Developer fluid. There we go. Alright, that's exactly what we needed. Oh, what's this? People's Army, 5th Venetian Infantry Division, Unit 12. Wong Anna, Sao Alina, Ito Lilith, Wong Helena, Ng Elise, Park, not Berga, Fukuyama, Burgit, Liang, Rebecca. A lot of Korean and Japanese names. Well, I guess Ing is Thai? Right? That's Thai. Like Nguyen. That's That's a Thai name? I don't know who Lilith Ito is. Did they have another sister? Or is that another parent? I don't know. But that's the only name that I recognize there, I think. And locked. Okay, but that's not a big issue. We got the development fluid, so we could just go back to the storeroom and develop whatever's in that picture. Who the fuck saw me? Oh my god, there's 3? Fuck me, wow. Yikes. That's a yikes for me, dog. Alright. Oops. Combine. Blotch out. The photograph that was inside the developing tank. The photo shows some kind of digital dot matrix code. I wonder what kind of machine could process this code. Say, what? I know exactly what kind of machine. Where is that, though? What floor is that on? That's... scanner. Right over here. It's right by here. Hell yeah. Let's go do it. What? How the shit did you see me? I was in stealth mode. I couldn't have been in better stealth mode than that right there. The game knows I was in... oh shit. The game knows I was in stealth mode. Alright, let's hit up this scanner. Oh, you probably have to do this. Use the photograph. Oh shit, here we go. Pick up the sun. Here comes the sun. Little darling, leaving. I've been found out. I'm sure the white-haired girl working at the photo store in Sector C is bioresonant. Be careful. They don't pay me enough to take any more risks. I'm on the next ship to Catez tomorrow. Meet me at the docks in Sector N if you want to bail too. Son. Alright, that is all of the tarot cards, which means... where is the tarot thing? It's on this tarot reader. So I need to go to ladder room? Right, we know where that is. Okay, we're actually right nearby where we can access all that. So that's pretty easy. That's actually pretty easy to deal with here. And the tarot cards are going to give us, like, the phases of the moon, I think, that we need. I'm just going to go dump everything. There's 6 tarot cards, and I don't think there are any enemies that can really bother me there, so we're just going to leave everything here, I think. Alright, I think that was all 6. Alright. I'm gonna say it now, but I'm surprised that the enemy hasn't come back to life in here. It's probably gonna do it at some point, but I'm pretty sure that there's one in there that can still, regen and smash our duties. Alright, here we go. So this is gonna tell me which ones go where. Oh, I think I can look at it while we're doing this. Alright. Select an item to use. Alright, I actually don't know. So... Dream Diary. 6th night is Catez. 6 is Catez. 13 is Flesh. Lang. 6 Catez, 13 Lang. 6 Catez. Six is Catez. 6. Lang is 13. Rotfront and Bayan, right? Let's see here. $16 is Veneta. 18 is Rotfront. 19 is Bayan. Veneta, Rotfront, Bayan. 16, 18, 19. Veneta, Rotfront, Bayan. Veneta, 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 Rotfront, Bayan, and then the final one, obviously, I met, has to be 17. Star, Sun, Tower, Lovers. That's Death, and I don't remember that one. Moon. Alright. We gotta take some more pictures here. I don't know how we were supposed to solve the red eye thing. Maybe we needed the camera for that, but I accidentally brute forced that, so not good for me. Boop. And then we'll hit the... and we'll... boop. Okay. I think we're good here. That should give us everything we need. Oh. You know what I don't have? I don't have... I don't know how we get it either. There's an item on a netting. And she says she's too heavy to reach it. For this thing. Whoa. The light well above has been consumed by the mass of meat, releasing some debris that was caught in the nets above. Pick up the dial ring. What the fuck? Okay. Remember 2 seconds ago when I was like, hey, I don't have the thing that I need? Remember? Remember? What? So it was like just a thing like you can't have this now, you see it, but you can't have it. That's so weird. So the facility's slowly being taken over by this mess. All right. Bayan is full moon. Veneta, which one is Vanetta, it's the top right. That one is... Whoops. What? Oh, look. Oh, we needed to zoom in. Okay. That one is some sort of like waning or waxing gibbous. It's a gibbous. What's a gibbous? Catez is waning. A waning gibbous. Maybe that's waxing. I'm going with waning. Rot front is... Yep, use the dial right. Anumu. High mat is the same thing as Vanetta. Whoops. Waxing. And Lang is that, I believe. Did I do it right? I don't know if like something... Oh no, buy-in is messed up. Buy-in is full moon. Oh, am I just like crawling through this? Ew. Ew. Cool. It's a locked box. Or are we just like here now? Is this home? An old wooden wardrobe. Ariane used to keep her clothes in here. A light switch. I don't need to turn off the light. The door won't open yet. Oh. Radiator. The door closed. I'm glad we saved. It's locked. It requires a key. A key? Yeah. The national flag. It's meaningless. Good to know. What about these pictures? Black and white pictures of the paintings Ariane used to make. Okay. Textbooks on radio operation. These used to belong to Ariane's mother. Old Imperial cereals. Ariane used to love to read these. Loved reading these. I read that. Perfectly fine. Thought maybe like a book would have, you know, something inside of it, right? Secret. An old wooden wardrobe. Ariane used to keep her clothes in here. All right, we already read that. All right, let's check out the book. The last seal has been broken. It's time to go home. Pick up the king in yellow? No, not yet. What? What about the computer? The computer screen is blank. Okay, well, I guess we're gonna... Sure, pick up the king in yellow. What about the safe? That was all locked up. We're just not even gonna bother with that? I'm bothered by that. Okay. I didn't have any items. I thought I put all my stuff back on. Auntie's note. Ariane, I left some of yesterday's dinner in the fridge for you. You can warm it up when you get back from school. Please pick up your books your uncle ordered from the Ito bookstore on your way home. Remember to leave some space in your school bag for them this time so they don't get wet. Leave some room in your school bag. So that's basically telling me I should leave inventory space. Is this like the Resident Evil thing where they're like, we're like at the end of the game and they're making sure that we have room in our inventory so that we can pick up certain items like the rocket launcher to beat Nemesis? Not Nemesis, the Tyrant. Workforce assignment for Young Aryan. I mean, I guess any of them work, right? You just need one room, one space room. We have been informed that your compulsory military service period was recently completed. According to our files, you have previously graduated from Mandelbrot Polytechnical High School in Rotfront Sector C on R34.59C and have recently submitted an application for a military service assignment, Penrose program. You have been processed by Eon Workforce Assignment, previous work experience, store clerk, Yong Photo Store, part-time, compulsory military service, Rotfront Orbital, long-range radio operations officer training. Are these like the 3 segments that we just went through? Is that kind of it? Like the 3 chapters we kind of went through kind of like mirror the training or whatever? Previous work experience kind of thing? Sort of. Like we developed a photo. We shot a bunch of things and we used a radio. Should you not be accepted by a military service program by the end of the season or find other employment, you'll be assigned the following workplace: S23 Sierpinski Production and Mining Facility on Lang. Damn, that was a lot of handgun ammo. Letter from Mother. My dearest Ariane, I'm so glad to hear you're feeling better again. I was very worried when I heard from your aunt that you're in the hospital again. I still remember how you used to get sick so much as a child. Please don't overexert yourself, okay? The photo you sent me is very interesting. What a strange coincidence that she looks so much like you. You could be twins. Perhaps she's related to us somehow. Though I don't know anyone named Seo in our family. From the looks of it, it was shot on Veneta. Your military service will begin soon, so you might be wearing a uniform like hers soon enough. Please send me a photo when that happens. Love, Mother. I've joined Army, Mother. Oh, that's the school bag thing. I crawled through a hole in the wall, and now we're in an apartment. I don't know what I'm supposed to make of this. I don't know. We have so many options in front of us. Alright, that's the last one that we had. I'll probably leave that one, right? Just in case need to go back or something. I don't think so. This is the end. Leave forever. Oh. Well, what if I put the grenade launcher on instead? Can I just, like, grenade some shit? I haven't used, like, any of these guns. Here, let's get the rifle ammo. Screw this. Let's take the rifle ammo out. I can only have 6 rounds of the rifle ammo, and let's get the rifle. Let's put that in. And let's put that in. Oh, let's shoot some shit with the rifle, huh? Oh, we should equip it, though. Yep, goodbye forever. We're off to military school. I don't know if I need the, the flashlight. Maybe extraneous? Adler's note. All efforts to contain this illness have been in vain. All the Gestalt workers have succumbed to it, leaving only dark shadows on walls and floors where they died. Oh, that's what those shadows were. Wow. And soon, all of us replica will have lost our senses and turned to writhing masses of flesh. I now believe it was not an infectious disease, nor some form of poison or radiation. It was a slow corruption of reality itself. As I've relived the same cycle over and over, each time details change, things are twisted, added, removed. How long until it all turns to nothing but noise? So it's like a cycle repeating somehow, and they realize it? A red dream. A crashed ship. Strange gate. A hole in the ground. An island beyond reach. Memories from other lives. Dreams of suffering and loneliness. A promise. A search for someone lost. I saw her in the red emptiness, waiting for me. We had made a promise. As the memories of a stranger rushed into my mind, I felt the borders of myself blur. Now I can no longer tell where Falk ends and the Elster begins. Stop. You must turn back. There is nothing for you there. You've tried so many times and you've failed every time. Don't you see that you're ruining everything? This is your final warning, Adler. Is that to me? I'm assuming that's meant for me, but could it be meant for somebody else? Falk's memory. We were dancing to that song they start the broadcast with. We fell asleep watching that movie we had seen before so many times. If only I could take us back to that time when we were happy. These memories are mine now. Why did you return? There's nothing for you here. She'll never dance with us again. No matter what we do. She doesn't even want us anymore. Both of us. We are incomplete. Let us become whole again. I want to be whole. Uh-oh, maybe should have brought more ammo. Oh, God. Cannot carry any more spear. Uh-oh. I think I got the gimmick. I think we need a restart. Combine? Use. Yeah! Alright. Health! Health! They're not even hitting me. should I just... Strip! Oh my god, that was great. Do I not even have healing? Oh, okay. Strip! There were 2 rounds. Oh. Yep. I don't know why I picked that up. What? No room to carry? Oh, okay. Destroy. So many balls! I don't think that did anything. Great, I have 2 rounds. We're doing well. No failing me now! Just gonna like fall down now, or used enough energy? Oh! 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 I can't see! This doesn't seem very fair! Okay, well, I don't have any more ammo. There we go. Oh, God. What? Oh. It would be good to see. I'm just saying, seeing's fun. Wildly bullshit, man. Holy crap. Violent scene missing. And now we have friend. We saved Ariane. Elster 512. Now we are one. I've been waiting for this for a long time. This space intentionally left blank. Once again, you've returned. Are you really willing to go through this once more? This is very Bake Monogatari. I don't know what that is. Is that an anime? You've seen what happens. This world cannot take much more. This may be our last chance. This is definitely trippy. You selfish monster. I'm the selfish monster? You selfish monster. I'm not doing anything. Am I supposed to be doing something? Like, none of my buttons do anything. I don't... Hold to skip. Do they want me to hold to skip? Am I just supposed to sit here and wait? What do we... Do I just not touch anything? I mean, it went dark and then it was flashing and stuff. I don't know what they want me to do. What's up, Nate? How you doing, homie? How's your Thursday evening going? I'm doing okay. Is the thing on the left changing at all? Like the radio wave there? Yeah, I'm doing hunky-dory, man. I'm doing hunky-dory. Yeah, I don't think it is either. Thought maybe it was altering somewhat. I thought it was different before. Well, that turned red. It did that. And that turned black. I'm a selfish monster, apparently. I don't like feeling like a selfish monster. Oh, no, it's white again. I'm not hitting anything. Maybe they want us to skip it. Maybe that's what the game wants me to do. It's the only thing that's done anything. None of my button inputs seem to do anything other than holding down the B button. I don't want to sit here for like 45 minutes. Do we just skip this? They called me a selfish monster. I feel like skipping it makes me the selfish monster. I'm being selfish because I want to move on, but... It's a nice piano piece. None of my buttons seem to do anything. Alright, we're skipping it. Penrose Briefing, Phase 2. Start of decrypted transmission. By our calculations, 1,500 cycles of mission time will have passed when you receive this message. Congratulations, comrade! By now you should have become fully acclimatized to your new life on board your ship. As you approach the Oort cloud, your search for new worlds will begin. Utilizing the long-range sensors, you will scout for valuable resources, habitable worlds, or signs of alien life. Remember to rely on your replica to assist you in maintaining your vessel. We all wish you great success in your mission. End of decrypted transmission. Aw, I love end of decrypted transmission. Cycle 225. When I signed up for this mission, I just wanted to get away from everything. I was sick of Rotfront, of school, of the photo store. Sick of the fake smiles and the whispering behind people's backs. When I saw the photo of that soldier, wondered who she was. Was she happy? Was her family proud of her? Did her comrades love her? Since we looked alike, could I have been like her? But in the end, I just wanted to leave. Nothing I had done or made ever meant anything to anyone, so why bother? Here, I am finally free. I get to be myself and do what I want. I can finally be happy. I like happy. Happy's good. Oh, that's another door. Okay, so we're going to the left here, I guess? Cycle 648. Talk some more to the Elster unit. She's different from the replicas I knew back home. Nothing like my teachers or the Blockwort Protector. I know she didn't have a choice. Feels like she's also here because she didn't fit in. It's like we've run away from the world together. At first, I didn't like having someone around, and I was glad she's quiet and didn't approach me. But lately, I've missed having someone I can talk to. It's been so long since I've last seen another person. Never thought I'd miss it. Except her. Everything is the same in here always. Nothing ever changes. So, a Gestalt, they get sent on, like that little transmission said, they get sent on a mission into space, and it's just a two-person mission. It's a Gestalt, which is just a human being, and then a replica, which is a cyborg that has, from a host, has its brain copied into, sort of. And the Gestalt has strict instructions not to really interact with the replica. You're just supposed to let them do their jobs, because eventually over time the replicas can kind of go crazy. They wear down after a while, I guess is the point. And showing them music or movies of war, or talking to them, apparently having like any sort of like real interaction with them, can cause them to kind of like shift and change from their like designated programming, like what they're supposed to be doing. So she's not supposed to interact with her. But man, imagine being out in space and not being able to talk to anyone. That's like being in prison and being in, like solitary confinement. Like, you're just gonna go crazy. Penrose briefing phase 3. Start of decrypted transmission. Congratulations, comrade! You've survived 3,000 cycles, reaching the final phase of the Penrose program. With the end of the operational lifetime of your replica unit approaching, it's time to prepare for the final phase of your mission. If you have not found a suitable world for landing by this point, accept that you will not. Find solace in the thought that others might be successful where you fail. As you are probably aware, your ship's spare parts and rations will soon be depleted. Life support systems and reactor shielding will soon begin to fail, and radiation may begin to leak from the cooling system. We recommend you do not attempt to prolong your suffering by reusing old filters or rationing supplies. So I don't know how long a cycle's supposed to be. I don't know if that's days, weeks, months. They don't really clarify that. I mean, 3,000 cycles, if it's 3,000 days, that's a really long time to be in space, right? If it's 3,000 years, I don't know how a human's supposed to live that long, right? Instead, make peace with your fate. We suggest that you ask your replica, while it's still functional, to spare you a slow and agonizing death, or that you take permanent rest in the cryogenic pod. Remember, you will die having served your nation by partaking in a glorious demonstration of your power. So they just randomly sent people off into space to, like, maybe find something, maybe not. So that's our goal, was to just go into, like, uncharted space and possibly find something. Alone. This seems like radiation, right? That sounds like a Geiger counter, yeah. Cycle 1294. Had a strange dream. I was listening to the radio with my mother. Like back then, the numbers were on. And mother was taking notes with a book on her lap. It was that book I saw in the shop window of the bookstore where the twins lived. The one with a yellow hooded figure on the cover. When I went there to buy it, it was gone, and Erica said the protectors had confiscated it. Or was it Issa? I can't remember. Cycle 1840. Everything is always the same. Feel like I'm trapped inside this ship. I know every bolt on every panel in every room of it. I've seen everything. I've done everything there is to do in here. I mean, you are trapped inside the ship. Outside is death. I can't concentrate on anything. It's like there's this fog inside my head. Whenever I try to do anything, I just can't focus. I want to go outside. I want to breathe fresh air. I want to feel the wind on my face and in my hair. Cycle 2503. I think I lost more hair. I'm sitting here getting older. Every time I wake up, I feel older. Weaker, sicker. I get out of breath so easily lately, and my back hurts when I sit down. How much longer will this go on? Feels like I'm just slowly dying. Yay! Yay for slow, agonizing, painful deaths. Oh, I thought that was a door up there. It's a door over here. Cycle over 5,000. I'm tired of it all. Every time I go to sleep, I wonder if I'll wake up again. I'm scared that it'll be the last time I said goodnight to her. Did I say it right? Will she be okay? What if one of us won't wake up tomorrow? Dude, they said at the end of 3,000 where things were, like, gonna, like, end. And we're already up 2,000 more cycles? That's insane. 5,400? I don't want to die. I don't want to live anymore either. The thing is just so exhausting. I just want to lie down and disappear. Alright. I just want to sleep. Please, just let me sleep. Please just make it stop. Please. Well, let's go to the right here first. I think that's where the cryogenic chamber is. Maybe we'll get, like, more depressing notes. I think this was, like, the mess hall or something. It doesn't... I don't have, like, a flashlight or anything. I actually don't think we have any items. Yeah, I can't even, like, go into my inventory, so... I couldn't keep my promise. Despite my best efforts, I eventually fell ill too. It had to end this way. Oh, is that a body right there? I really can't see. It's not pitch black, but isn't much. So are I is in the character that we are right now? Do we actually examine the reactor's cooling system? It's leaking irradiated coolant everywhere. What? I tried my best to patch it up, but we eventually ran out of spare parts. Oh, this is kind of cool. I didn't realize that there was, like, some stuff we could look at. Nope. I wonder why the game told me to keep... like, open slots. Like, I didn't need open slots. I could have brought more things. That made that fight way harder than it needed to be. I could have brought, like, I didn't bring any healing. Okay, it doesn't look like there's anything else I could look at. Maybe the paintings? Another unfinished painting. There's never enough time. Anything that can, like, add more lore to whatever we got going on, can, like, help kind of explain. It's time. This is all that's left. Go home? Yeah, man. Time to go home. So, Ariane is in the cryogenic. Remember our promise. I've come back for you. It's me. Elster. Elster? I'm sorry. I don't remember. It's okay. Perhaps this is hell. Please? Just let me stay by your side. A little longer. There were constantly, the number 512 kept popping up all over the game. Like, there was a room that was we needed the 512 key. We needed the lockbox that was 512. What's up, Yoshi? How you doing, homie? Welcome on in. I'm not entirely... I like the game. I'm not entirely sure what to make of the story. I don't know if... So... in some small way, I feel like what we experienced in the game was not actually happening. It's kind of confusing. I'm not quite sure how to put, like, everything together there. It feels very surreal. I don't know if what was, like, actually was happening was... actually happening. Like, was this all in the replica's head when things were going bad? Like, how did we get back on the ship? The ship supposedly that we were on was sent into, like, deep space, right? And we were looking for anything. Hospitable planet, for the most part. Mineral sources, mining sources, stuff like that. And it seems that we just didn't find anything, and everybody was kind of, like, wearing down and breaking down. You know, Ariane was slowly going crazy, and I guess because the replicas are also based on, like, humans, and they break down as well, that maybe she was kind of, like, losing her shit as well. And everything that we experienced there were different flashes of maybe, like, different lives that the replicas have had over the years. They seem to be, like, recycled in some way. They have memories of like their past lives. Not past life, but the brain that they were kind of, like, copied from. And so maybe that was, like, interfering, like, leaking in. I'm not entirely sure how that all kind of, like, pieces together. Gameplay-wise, this game is freaking fantastic. It's freaking I barely killed enemies, though. I only killed enemies when I needed to. That's kind of on me. I mean, to be honest, so, like a lot of survival horror games, right? You start out and you don't have a lot of ammo, so it's usually kind of best to avoid combat for the time being until you kind of get your feet under you, you know, your feet wet in the game, right? You know, maybe you'll kill, like, the first zombie you come across, but, like, oh god, like, I really need to worry about the fact that I don't have a lot of ammo, and early on, this is the least amount of ammo I've seen early on in a survival horror game. You basically have, like, 10 rounds for, like, the first chapter. Like, you really can't, like, kill too many things. You're very much better off avoiding combat. Not to mention that after a while, it seems that not all the enemies come back, but a lot of them do reanimate. I don't think that they become stronger versions like they do in Resident Evil, where I think they're called Crimson Heads. Like, you kill a zombie, and then after a certain amount of time, it can come back, and it can be a more aggressive, harder to deal with zombie if you don't burn it. You can burn some of the enemies here, which we did do a little bit of, but I mainly spent a lot of time just running away from things, not so much like fighting them, but like just avoiding combat in general. And by the last chapter that we got there, the final chapter, I definitely had enough ammo to like fight stuff and deal with it. I definitely did, but I still felt like, yeah, we don't know what's coming up. You know, it's that always idea that it's like having an elixir in Final Fantasy. It's like, I could use this now and it would be helpful, or I can save it for later, which is what I ended up doing, and we never used half the shit that I had. I probably could have killed so many other things and made life so much easier, but on the other flip side of things, I had a ton of healing items, so running away from things was never really memory. Oh, there's different endings, huh? Time saved, 66. Times loaded, 8. Times died, 8. I only died 8 times, that's not too bad. Average time between saves, 11 minutes. Damage taken, 1,600. That's about right. Total healing, 1,100. Deaths cheated, 1. What does that mean, deaths cheated? When did I cheat death? Enemies killed, 57. Shots fired, 131. Yeah. You had some fun with Dead by Daylight rounds. A major shift has happened in the game's demographics, allowing the killer queue to open up towards the night. You do good when you're playing killer. Nice that they tell you ending names. I guess. I'm not sure. There are 4 endings. I got the difficult one? I don't even know what I was doing. I don't even know what I was doing. I got the difficult ending? What? Alright, I'll take it. It didn't seem like a game that was gonna have like multiple endings. I wonder what like the parameters are that you're supposed to like go by to get the different endings. I didn't think that there were going to be multiple. I thought we were just working. It very much felt like the game was just like guiding us in a very specific direction. Interesting. All right, but the game mechanics are fantastic. The top-down view works pretty well. The enemies, for the most part, are fine. They're replicas. There's not a huge variety in enemies, but there's a decent amount. The areas are really cool, and because it's kind of like this surreal dream-like stuff, they open themselves up to being like allowing the environments to not just be like aboard a ship, but in like weird places, like that whole like, I don't know, fleshy area that we went through. I don't know what that was supposed to be, but it was super weird in like the mine. Maybe not. Some places are showing 3 endings, others showing 5 with vastly different requirements. Wild. That's cool that there are different ways to do it. I have no idea like what I was even doing to get to where we got. That's interesting. Should have kept like 20 different saves in different spaces. You know, there's a ton of different weapons that you get to use. You've got your handgun, you've got your shotgun, pretty standard for survival horror. You got a rifle, but we also had a flare gun. I never used that. We also had what I think was an SMG. I didn't use that. I finally used the rifle on the final boss. There was also the revolver too, which probably was something like a Magnum. I used that as well. Ton of healing items. A lot. My biggest gripe might be the inventory. You only have 6 spots for items, and you never... There's just so much shit in the environment to pick up. Just so much stuff. So you constantly find yourself having to run back to you know, the item box. I mean, it's a lot like Resident Evil in that regard, like the original Resident Evil. You find yourself going like, okay, I don't have enough room in my inventory right now. I'm gonna have to come back here. I gotta go drop shit off, and then you come back out. It also felt that once we picked up the flashlight, that was kind of mandatory, like putting the flashlight away. So it was like, okay, now I've got to carry at least one gun with me with some ammo in it and the flashlight. So that's 2 inventory spots that are occupied constantly. So that only leaves you with 4 other inventory spots, which is not great. On continuing on with that is that when you get key items and you use them somewhere, they're automatically used and then they're gone from your inventory. So you don't have to worry about like freeing up space. So I guess, I mean, there's that. A lot of the time stuff is just directly used. So, I mean, that's a nice thing. Like, okay, well, I know I can go use this key item over here, so you can go use that, and you're like, all right, well, I'm gonna have another free space. I don't think any of the puzzles were all that hard. God, I love puzzles. This is the kind of thing that, like, makes me super excited. I love this stuff where I have this option to have survival horror and puzzling shit. It's probably why I like Visage so much. And kind of I had a nice like inclination towards the Amnesia games. They all involved like puzzling and stuff, and I really appreciate. How you doing, fake ass hoe? That name. I love the puzzles in this game. None of them felt completely obtuse. I did brute force one, and I wish I figured out how to do that. I don't know. We went into that room with the butterflies, and I went down to the safe, and I was just messing around with the safe, and I was like, oh, it says Elster. Let's see if we can put in any other 4-letter combinations. And I put in one, and the next one that I put in was the answer. So I don't know how I solved that. I think what we needed to do, because they were talking about this red eye thing, I think what we needed to do was bring up the eyeball. I never used the eyeball that we got in like one of the like first areas of the game. I think we needed to bring the eyeball down there, take a picture with the eyeball, because that was a camera, and then maybe that would have told us what letters that we were supposed to put in there. But I didn't do that. I accidentally brute forced the combination, and then the worst part was I couldn't even test it out, because as you like move forward and you do like key sequences, like I guess they're kind of like checkpoints of sorts, the rooms were getting filled with the fleshy bit that was kind of like encasing the facility, like encroaching on everything. It blocked off that room, so I couldn't even go back in there to check and see like what the solution could have been. Which, I mean, that's on me. That's my fault for like messing around, but why wouldn't you mess around to see if you could figure something out? It's like, I mean, that's the idea of puzzles, right? You fuck around and go, oh, I guess I don't have the thing that I need to deal with this right now. That's just on me for accidentally stumbling across the answer. I wonder if there's anything in this game that like changes item placements on each playthrough or slightly alters puzzles. You know, a bit of randomness, so you're not like, if you played through this again, you know, like the combinations to save slightly changes and stuff like that. That would be pretty cool, because that would kind of like, you know, keep things at least a little bit fresh, that there are changes and stuff. Not all survival horror games do that, but some do, and I always appreciate that. Like, I think it's like Resident Evil 3 changes like a handful of like the codes that you have to put in. So I guess that makes speedrunning kind of a pain in the ass, but as the player, at least there's something that says, oh, this isn't identical to the last time that I played this. It's a minor difference, but it's cool that there is a slight difference. I really like the graphics. I think they're nice. It looks like a PlayStation era game. Very much does. It looks nicer than a PlayStation era game, but the presentation is very PlayStation era. I like the low polygonal and kind of like cell shaded characters and stuff. It actually, you know what it kind of reminds me of, is a bit of Fear Effect. The game doesn't play like Fear Effect, but that's what it reminds me of. There's a bunch of nice options in the game. You can take off like the film grain thing. I played with the film grain thing on. You can take that off. You can also turn on tank controls. I didn't play with tank controls because that didn't I don't think that that would have been that fun to play that with tank controls, but if tank controls are your jam, you do get to turn that on. There's a ton of like story and lore, you know, optional posters and other paraphernalia and diaries and notes and stuff strewn throughout the environment that don't lend anything towards like puzzle solving. They're just there to kind of like build the story and give you some of the background and stuff of what was like happening. And I appreciate that. I like doing that. I'm still not entirely sure what exactly was happening in this. Like everything felt very surreal. Like you start out the game, you're on a Penrose, something happened to the person on your ship, and then you're in a facility. And it's like, okay, we're in this facility, and then like every time you like jump down a hole or crawl through a hole, like things like completely change and something brand new is happening and it doesn't make sense. I'm not entirely sure how that was all supposed to play out. Like, especially at the end of chapter 2, when we open up that door with the flesh blocks and go through, and we find Adler sitting outside of a gate. Then we go through the gate. I'm not sure what all that's supposed to represent. I'm genuinely not. It all feels very dreamlike to me. Very, very dreamlike. Like there isn't like cohesion. It's like, okay, here's a segment, here's a segment, here's a segment. You know, the way like your brain sometimes work when you're dreaming. Like it's just like, okay, now I'm over here. I accept this. It's very strange. But all that aside, I like the ambience of the game. It's super dark. You know, I like the fact that you have like this mix between classic Resident Evil and like Metal Gear Solid 1, where you kind of have like a flashlight, but if you walk into the room with your flashlight on, it'll alert the enemies. So, and as long as you're not in the line of sight of enemies, you can kind of like sneak and weave around them. I appreciate that. That it's not like, okay, I walk into the room, there's enemies in here, fucking panic time. I like the fact that there's just a little bit of stealth in there. I appreciate that. It's also interesting that there are a handful of like little small tutorial stuff, but a lot of the stuff is presented in a non-obtrusive way. Like them telling you about like being able to like not like keep your backpack full for the most part, like being able to carry items and stuff. Like they tell you that, you know, you only have limited space, but it's not through like a direct tutorial. It's just through like the paraphernalia strewn throughout the environment. And I think that's really cool. That's an interesting approach to doing things. I appreciate that. There were only like 3 bosses, I think. We had to fight one of those big daddy units. I think they were called Minas. We had to fight some weird caged leg flesh beast. I don't know what the fuck that was. That was weird. And then we fought some sort of like surreal version of Ariane. I'm not entirely sure what that was either. And we were just stabbing it with spears. That final boss fight was really cool. The only downside is that there's a lot of digital distortion going on in that fight. It makes it hard to see, one, because the environments keep changing. There's new objects and stuff constantly in your way, and there are ads in the fight too. And the enemy, the main boss is like throwing projectiles and shit at you. And with all that digital distortion and stuff going on, it makes it really hard to see what's happening. Maybe they felt that the game was like too easy, but throwing all that stuff on screen just makes that unnecessarily more difficult than it needs to be. I think I get why that they do it that way. Like there's like story reasons why they're doing it that way. I think it's meant to be like this shit's like being fried in the digital brain that the replica has. I think that's it. Like you're finally coming to. When it says you're going home, it's like we're finally coming to. We're finally like awakening to the situation that we were in, I think. And I think we were mixing like our old memories with the stuff that maybe Ariane told us about her like past life, and the other like the donated brain thing. I think it was just like supposed to be like a mesh of all these things together. It's a cool game. I really liked it. I had a very fun time with this. This is fantastic. I love this stuff. This last year we got Tormented Souls, which was an amazing game, and this year we get Signalis, which is an equally amazing game. I wish this game came out before October 27th. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. I still played it. It doesn't really matter, but at the same time, I just wish it came out earlier than October 27th, you know? This was great. This was great. I'm really curious what the other endings are. I'm genuinely curious. Begin anew. Oh, that's cool. File 3. No save data. Begin anew. Oh, okay. Yeah, I wonder how your choices. Obviously, I was making choices somewhere along the game, and I had no idea that I was making choices. I had no idea. Because it doesn't seem like you are. It felt like we were just doing what the game intended us to do. And maybe that's a great way of doing things. I also like how they like mixed in like the number station stuff. That shit's really weird and creepy. If you don't know what number stations are, just go look it up. They're actually really fascinating. The basic idea behind number stations is that they're encoded messages. So like if you're going across like a ham radio, and it happens every once in a while, they're broadcast for like they're on a very specific station and broadcast for a short amount of time, and it's just a voices reading off numbers. The numbers are connected to a cipher. Usually, the assumption is, since no one really knows what the number stations are for, are some sort of like undercover agent, spy, whatever, what have you, and they have the cipher for the number station, and without that cipher, you're never going to know what the encoded message is going to be. It's almost nigh impossible to decrypt one of those things. But it's really interesting that they threw that into this game. There was another game that we played. Oh, Man of Medan. They mentioned number stations in that as well. It's weird, like real life strange. The strange of real life. It's odd stuff. It's cool. It's creepy as hell. Some of there are some recordings of number stations, and they just sound eerie as crap. Like there was a recording that I heard that was of like this very distorted, sounded like a child's voice with this like what do you call them, the jewelry boxes, you know, that you can wind up and they have like little ballerinas and stuff, like something like that in the background. And it's like, why would you do this? Why would you play this? Is so fucking creepy. Some of them are just so eerie, like there's no reason for it. It just seems odd. It's wild. But maybe it means something. Maybe there's a reasoning for like the different voices and the different sounds that go with the number stations. That could all play into things, you know. It's wild to think about. Either way, that has nothing to do with this game. It's just there were number stations in this game that, like, if you tuned into it, you know, it read off the numbers. I mean, that's what we're hearing right now is the number station. This was a cool game. I really appreciated it. It looks like it's got like, I'm assuming that the developers were German because there was German everywhere, but there's a lot of influence from like at least Asian cultures. You know, there were names that were from Korea and Japan, and I'm assuming it was Thailand, Southeast Asia, just all over there. It was an interesting mix of things. I've said it multiple times. I like the idea of isolation horror when we were playing through like Dead Space. I like the idea of just being like out in the middle of nowhere on your own, trying to figure out. You're there. This is your only course of action. It's not like in Resident Evil where they could have just been like, oh, well, we could just leave this fucking mansion. I mean, okay, maybe there were evil dogs out there, but point being is that, you know, a lot of the times in like horror shit, you're like, yeah, you could probably just peace out of here. You know, you don't have to deal with it. But in isolation horror, you're thrust into a situation. Maybe? I know, maybe it's a little bit of a stretch, but a lot of the times you could just, like, get the fuck out of Dodge, and the only thing is, like, your impetus is because, like, oh, because, you know, and I'm an investigative agent, and this is what we were sent here to do, but you could really just, like, turn around and be like, fuck it, I'm out of here, I'm not dealing with this garbage, let somebody else deal with the zombie infestation. You know, and so in isolation horror, you're thrust into a situation and you're forced to deal with it. There's no escape. You are there. It only happens in the bang bang shooty RE games. I mean, fair enough. I think my point still stands that in a lot of horror situations, it's like, well, you could just leave. You could just leave, but when you're trapped underwater or in the middle of space or you're in the Arctic, you know, there's nowhere to go. There's nowhere to go. You have to confront this situation. You have to deal with this, and I like that. That's the idea that I like behind isolation horror, is that you are forced to confront this situation. I like it. I like it, and this game definitely extends into that, even though it's more surreal and dreamlike and stuff. I like this game a lot. I thought it was really cool. I think it's not too expensive. It's $20. If you have Humble Monthly right now, it's in their trove. You just have to download their app, and then you download the game. And I mean, it's free with your, you know, like $12 subscription. You know, it's worth it. Or you just buy it for $20. It's not too expensive. This is definitely worth it. This game is fantastic. I loved it. It was a cool thing to end out October on, even though it's November 4th. Alright, well, I think that's going to do it for this game, but we're not done gaming, guys. We're not done gaming.